Hey, welcome back to edtech by Meera. And in today's tutorial, we are going to know all about the print function in Python, how to use what is print function and all that. So basically, what is the print function? The print function is used for displaying your output on a screen. What we can do is you can print out different stuff like print number, like I've shown the example print 70, then decimal 70.75, print a boolean, print true. Then I've created a variable with name and a value, print thanks for watching, then comma, the string statement followed by the name of the variable name. So the entire statement will be printed out or displayed. So this is some example of doing your print functions. So basically the print function is done this way. I'm just showing you with different examples. So either you can say the string statement like thanks for watching, comma, and then the variable name after the string, or you can say print thanks for watching plus, that is using concatenation, you can say plus, then the name. Yeah. Okay, so either with a comma and followed by the variable name, which will substitute the value, or like I say, with concatenation. So these are two ways of doing it, simple ways of doing. Then there are some other things that I need to inform you of formatting and all that, how you can print out, very interesting ways. So you've reached until here. Let's try and see some other examples. So print function is very important whenever you want to see the output or the result on the screen. Let's say you've done a lot of code, finished the code block, and you want to run the program, but when you run the program, you want to see the result also, right? So when you want to see the result on the display screen, either in the middle of the program or at the end of it, you want to use the print function. So let's consider some other examples, like here. We create another variable for a date, month, year. So one is the date. I give some value for the date variable. I give some value for the month variable. I give some value for the year variable. And then I want to print out the date, month, year in a particular format. Let's see how it's to be done. Because a print function can turn out to be very creative. You can print out your output in several different ways as per the requirement, as per you want. So let's see how it's done. Month 11, date 26, year 2000. So print date, comma, the variable, after variable, comma, right? So date, which is a variable, comma, month, which is a variable, comma, year, that's a variable, comma. Then I want to use another parameter called separator or sep, so which is in short sep. So this is also used inside your print function. So sep equals hyphen. So why? Because I want to show your output in a hyphenated format. So see 26 -11 -2025. So usually we don't use in our regular print functions, we don't use separators. By default we don't use, but when you have a particular format in mind, you can use it and come out with this interesting result. Yeah, so date, month, year. Now you can have it as a hyphenated separator, or you can have a vertical separator. That's totally up to you. You can just have a space. So then if it's just a space, so separator will be empty string, right? Okay, so let's consider another example. Hello. As a string statement, hello, and then this is another /n. It's a literal string. This stands for new line. So hello, new line world. So you can see, there you go. Hello world, instead of coming up in one line, the world will come out in the next line, because in between that you wrote the literal string. You mentioned the literal string /n. So when you write /n, the next, whatever you write after that, the next word will display in the next line. If you hadn't written /, then hello world will come out in the same line as hello. The world will come out in the same line as hello. So this is just to show you some examples. Then there are other ways also of bringing the different words or the variables in different lines. For example, you can use the separator value instead of hyphen of / instead of other values like slash and all that. You can show the separator value as new line. So if you write if you show separator equal to new line, then also all the words that you're putting out in your the parenthesis, the variables, or the string characters, whatever it is, the values will all come out in separate lines, because you have used a separator. You have used just what is actually a separator? It is that thing which will separate out your different characters or words or whatever objects that you've written inside, whatever objects that you've written inside your parenthesis, what separator is used. How do you separate them out? So that is according to that you give the value of the separator, and then the output will display accordingly to the value that you've given to your separator. If you don't give any value to the separator, everything will come out as usual, like we do in our other projects, in one line. So it depends. So here we are going a bit more creative and going into the in-depth of it. So if you write hello world, in between that a new line, then world will come up in the next line. Another example, I'm showing some characters, some names here, name characters, name values here, like Mary, Peter, Tom, whatever, comma, between the string values of the names, and then the next parameter or the argument, I write separator, which is, in short, we write in Python sep equals to new line. Now you see what happens in your output. Everything will come out in different lines, not in the same line when you run the program. Oh, there's an error because there was an invalid syntax. Oh, okay. There was an extra quote, I believe. So need to remove that. Yeah. In the string Peter, there's an extra quote. So we need to remove that. Otherwise, it won't be debugged. There you go. Okay. Add the quote. Add back the code, and then let's continue. Yeah, there you go. Mary, Peter, Tom, all in separate lines. That's because the separator value you chose as new line. /n stands for new line, and that's the literal string character that you use, value that you use for your separator. Okay. So let's consider some more examples, simple examples, so that you will remember these, or you can refer to this tutorial when you're doing your print function for your other projects. If you get stuck I'm showing you all the types that are to be used so that you can always use it as a reference later on when you get stuck or forget. Okay, some more names. Mary, Peter, Tom. Maybe we use another separator this time. Sorry. Okay, separator as a vertical slash. So what happens here, you will have everything in a line, all the names like Mary, Peter, John, all the names will be in the same line, but they will be separated by a vertical slash. There you go. See? So that's quite cool, right? So this is useful when you want to print out some outputs in interesting ways, like creative ways like this, or in a specified way, specified format like this, then this comes in handy. Usually by default we just say print, we do not write separator parameter or the end parameter unless we need it. So here we have another parameter called, we add in end. Usually first whatever the object, comma, next argument is separator, sep, and the last argument is end. So in the end we write new line. Usually we can also say end equal to new line. Then what happens is, after you print out, we'll go back to the next line. I'll show you here. There you go. Separator is vertical slash, end is new line. And then I'll come back to this example again, where you can add more new lines to get more space vertically. But we'll come back to that later. Okay, now we consider another example where you want to write like maybe one paragraph, one entire paragraph, or two paragraphs, three paragraphs, like really whole whole bulk of text. Yeah, so how do you do that? In that case, you write like triple quotes. This is called triple quotes, open and closed. It is, you can use the triple single quote or the triple double quote, but I prefer to use the triple single quote because otherwise it can create some confusion. It has to be the exact pair, 3 quotes in the front, 3 quotes at the back. If you use double quotes, triple quotes, it might lead to confusion. So I prefer to stick to the triple single quote. Yeah, so as you can see, the moment you press triple quote first time, it will give you a pair of opening and closing quotes. And then you just make sure you hit enter and then you print out whatever, either you copy the entire paragraph from wherever you've written it, or you just for this sake, for the example of this showing a demo, I'm just writing lots of ipsum lorem here in between this, the triple quotes. And then I run the program. There you go. Paragraph is showing. Quite cool, right? So here you don't have to do new line, separator, all that all the time. It's quite simple. When you have a huge chunk of text, just quickly do the triple quote. So this is quite simple, right? Now we consider another example. Okay, so I create a variable called my color. I assign it a value of red. Sorry. Print my color, simple. Or either you can do that, or you can write a statement here. My favorite color in a stringed sentence, and then comma, and then followed by the variable my color. Sorry. Now that was the way I taught you earlier. Now there's another way where you can use a percentage operator. So here, remember, when you write percentage script, percentage s, sorry, that's for a string, and percentage d followed by d is for a digit. Simple to remember. Sorry, bad throat. So my favorite color is percentage s within the quote, and then remember, in this type of formatting, printing, no need of writing the comma. So no comma, just space and the variable my color preceded by percentage s, because that's a string too. Oh, there's an error here. Let's see. Missed out something. The percentage, it's not just percentage followed by s without a space for the string, for the characters, and percentage followed by digit, the percentage operation symbol followed by digit for a number. So let's see, did I miss out? Let's go into the main py folder. Percentage my color, that one correct. Oh yeah, my favorite color is percentage s. I missed out on the s, because for a string the s has to be there, and then space percentage my color. So that is a variable is my color, before that a percentage. This is a format, this is a code for doing it this way. My favorite color is black. My favorite color is black. My favorite color black. Okay. Then consider another example. Okay, now let's say number. I consider a number as 25. Okay. Print, let's say I want to print my favorite number. My favorite number is, okay, so here it's a number, so percentage d, and remember it's within the quotes. It could be a double quote or a single quote when you are doing Python. So here, and then space, percentage, and number is a variable. There you go. So this is the way you write the print statement, print function, sorry. Inside that, the statement that you write inside the print function, or the object that you write, sorry, inside the print function is done this way when you're writing using the percentage operator. My favorite number is 25. So this is just one way of doing it using the percentage operator. Usually, very few people, very few times we do it this way, because it's possible to do errors here. If you miss out on the S or D, you can do lots of mistakes. So the previous ways that I showed was much easier, but there are some more ways left. I'll be showing you that. Sorry, this is a bit long tutorial, so bear with me until the end because there are lots of ways that I'll be showing you. So please bear with me until the end. And if there's some disturbances in the background, please bear with me also because I'm coding from home and I'm showing the video from home, and my walls are not soundproof. Ha ha ha. So if someone is talking the other end of the room or the other room, it might be audible. So please ignore that. Just concentrate on what I'm saying. Yeah? Okay. Considering if you remember for decimal numbers also, okay, decimal numbers I've shown you already. Okay, then there's another way of using it, like using files. Now text files. Now we've already done working with files. I will write a description. I will write the link in the description below how to work with files. I created a video earlier. Okay. Anyways, here it's very simple. If there is a text file called a lesson.txt, it will be used. Otherwise, if let's say like in this case, I have not uploaded any file here. I do not have a lesson.txt file uploaded here, but it will automatically create. Interesting magic, right? Okay, so my file equals open. There's an open function, and then inside that there's an inbuilt open function in Python, and then within the as a string I write lesson.txt. Yeah, that's the name of the file, mind you, text file, comma, W. When you write W as a string, what does it mean? With the write option, with the writing, W-R-I-T. So with the writing option, yeah, that means you have not only, it's not only a read option, but a write option also. I've made a video on it. I will write the link there in the description. Okay, so my file equals first open lesson.txt, comma, with the write option, that is W. Then after that you need to give the print statement, right? So print as a string statement, the file has my lesson plans. That's why I call it lesson.txt, right? Okay, as a string, and then comma. So after the comma here, I'm gonna write the object, like my file. The variable that my file is my variable, right? So if I'm considering file as my object, so file equals my file. So the second parameter is the file object. So that's equal to my file, which is either existing, or if it's not existing, it will be created automatically. Then after that, I need to give a command, my file dot close, because after opening and seeing it, you need to close it all the time when you're working with files. That's the rule in Python. Yeah. After that, we are gonna go and check out. We won't find it in the console, but we will go and I'll show you here next to the main file. You can see that this file has been created. It was originally not there, but this text file lesson.txt will be automatically, magically created. Wow, that's really nice. I find it very magical. Lo and behold, it's created, which was, there you go, lesson.txt. That's really cool. Okay, let's open the file. There you go. The file has my lesson plans. What I wanted to display, the file has my lesson plans, it's showing here. So that's cool, right? So this is one way of also using your print function. So these are different usages and advantages of ways and methods of using your print function. This tutorial is all about that. You've learned so many usages, ways that you can use, different ways, different formats, different ways you can have different outputs specific to your needs and wants and your requirements. Let's go back to the main.py. So quite a lot you've seen already. There's not many left, but still keep till the end, I show you. This AI is not cool. It keeps bugging me a lot. Okay. Let's consider some more examples. I'm using the Replit code editor. Usually it's very fast, but sorry, today it's giving me some real headaches. That's why it's going a bit slow. I don't know why. But please, I request your patience because you are going to love it. Okay. Love what I'm showing now. So now you must have heard of formatted string. So using a format string also, you can use your print function. So for example, using how do you show your formatted string? Like F and then your quote, the quote pair open and closed, and in between that just write whatever you want to write and then close the parenthesis. So within the parenthesis, write F, the open and close quotes, and then whatever statement that you want to write, you write that, and then you run the program. There you go. Okay, let's run it. Oh, missing parenthesis. I was thinking and talking about parenthesis. I actually clicked the parenthesis, but it didn't come out. Sorry, that's a typo mistake. Okay, because after the print function means print and then the parenthesis, but I missed out on that. So let's get it done. Debug. Before the F, remember that. Print, parenthesis, then inside the parenthesis, your F formatting. F followed by the quotes, and in between that, whatever you want to write. There you go. This color is blue. So that's cool also. Let's go back to the main.py. Okay, let's consider some more examples, some more case types. Okay, let me create a variable called pet. Sorry, pets. Do you have pets? Yes. I used to have a pet, which is a cat. Her name was Gigu before passing away. I really miss her. I still miss her. Okay, so pet value is given as Gigu. My cat's name, sorry, age, her age would have been like 15 or 16 years now, 15 to be precise. So you have a number, you have a digit here, you have a character here, alphabet here. Then print. Now you want to make a print function, write some arguments inside your parenthesis of your print function. So how do you do it? You can either use a percentage or you can use the variables. So many methods that I showed you. So here you're using your string literal. So pet, so like a pair. So pet is a variable. So I am formatting it inside your curly braces. Pet colon, the placeholder for pet I'm showing as the curly braces. So let's use common terms. So this curly braces will serve as a placeholder for your pet names, whatever string values you're using, and age, the placeholder, I'm giving another curly braces for that. Dot format. So here you're asking it to format it. You're showing the formatting. So format is another inbuilt Python function, or rather a method. Format is a method or a function. You can call it that way. Dot format. Then inside the parenthesis. So how do you want to format the order? Do you want to show it like pet age, pet comma age, or you want to show it like age pet? So whatever format and the order that you're showing, the result will show accordingly. Yeah, and so you please make sure you write the codes according to the way I'm showing. Start with the code pet colon, the placeholder for that, age colon, the placeholder for that, then dot format, and then inside the parenthesis of format, the format method, you have to write your order, because I want to show it as pet variable first, the value of pet, then age value second time. So I write the order like that, and then close your print function. There you go. Let's run the program. So this is another way of running your print function. There you go. Pet Gigu, age 15. Quite cool, right? So this is like an object. And in Python, whatever you write inside the print function are all objects, by the way. Okay. Let's go back to the main py again. Now you want to use the F formatting. Okay, so here we use the F formatting. So F followed by the quote, open and close quotes. So after the open quote, first again you use the pet. Now pet here is not your variable, mind you. The pet, as I want to show you pet, it's a stringed word. So pet colon, in the previous case it was just an empty curly brace, empty placeholder. Here inside the placeholder I will also write my variable pet. Same, comma, age, placeholder, I will write age, the variable. Like in the previous case it was dot format, then the variable names in that particular order. But here straight away, after inside the placeholder I'm showing my variables. And then remember it's F formatted. String formatted, that is. And then we run the program. The result will be the same. When you run the program, the result will be the same. There you go. Showing the object pet Gigu, age 15. So this is an object. Okay, let's see if there are more cases to show. I use some more examples. Okay, now straight away inside the parenthesis we can use the, remember the percentage operator. So pet colon percentage s, age colon percentage d, if you remember, because it's for digits, and then sorry, I don't want to upgrade to AI. I don't want automatic AI, but these people are really bugging me. I think I need to fix this problem. I better remove it. But every time I try to remove, it's just next to impossible. They've added so many AI assistants there. I'm really going crazy. I don't want. Still, I think you just cannot escape the chat GPTs and the AI's help and all that. You know, like even without asking for it, they just come and do all the wrong coding. So please, I request you, please do not take any AI assistant coding help. It's very bugging. So you see here, it's messing up my code all because of this nonsense AI plan, which I don't even want. So pet percentage s comma age percentage d, then percentage, because I'm just writing a common percentage from both my variables. In the previous example earlier, it would have been percentage pet when there was only one variable. So here there are two. So I say percentage, then inside the parenthesis I write pet comma age. So let's run it. It's going to give you the same result. There you go. It's going to give me the same object, pet, Gigu, age 15. So in all the three methods that I used, string formatting, percentage operator, and the other previous example, the variables one, all of it, the result is the same. It's giving you the same object values. So that's what I wanted to say. You're using three different methods, but the answer is shown the same in the display, on your display screen. So it depends on which format or which method you want to use. Totally up to you. Different people have their own private favorites. Or you can actually keep in touch with different methods so that you are abreast with all of it. I'll be making a documentation for this later on. And make sure that I will include my documentation link from my blog and newsletter, so you can read up both. And especially when you are like stuck, please refer to this tutorial. Now remember earlier I had done the new line in the ending. So you cannot just have one new line, you can have several new lines. I am showing some exaggerated one by having 3 or 4 new lines, /n. So what happens is then if you go and run the program, just let's have some fun by doing this, and you will see that the whole big space is created after the printed output. I will show you here, because let's say you're printing out several things, several outputs, and you want a huge gap in between the outputs. This is a good idea of showing the end value as several new lines. Sorry, there you go. After Mary, Peter, John, and in between this is a test. There's a huge gap created. Earlier there was no gap, just a single line. So this is because of those 4 new lines that I created for the end parameter. Let's go back to your main.py, main.py I mean. This is your main Python coding file, so that's why I call it main.py. Okay, now there was another one in which I had written new line value, that is the new line value for the separator. So I'm looking for that. There you go. So I just created one more name in the name list, Mary, Peter, Tom, and then comma Harry, and then the separator. The separator, I've already assigned a value of new line here. So let's check out the new word. Yeah, there you go. Let me check it out after running it. Yeah, Harry has come out. Now I want to do something else here. Let's see. I want to edit the code there. Yeah, forward. There's only one forward slash separator. Let's say I want to have more than one forward slash, the new line forward slash n. I added one more. And then see what happens. Run the program. Can you see? Between Harry, Peter, Tom, Harry, there's a double space vertically. So this was the idea of doing it. So quite cool, right? So if you want to grow in your Python journey, this course is for absolute beginners. You don't know anything in Python. If you watch all my tutorials for beginners, you will learn from the beginning, from scratch, step by step. I'll be doing projects and lessons so that you know the foundations of your concepts, and also you know how to apply that in your project. So that's my idea. And do not forget to smash the subscribe button and the bell button so that you immediately get notified as and when I publish my tutorials. Next week I'll be coming up with more interesting tutorial and concepts. And these are the basics, do not ignore them. It's very important. Now here in the Tom list Harry, I also added the next argument, which is the end argument. Yeah. So it was not there earlier. So I also added the end argument and added 2 new lines. Let's see what happens. Yeah, there you go. Running it. Just to show you what happens when you add new line to separator and what happens when you add new line to the end parameter. What happens is after the last line it will add a space. So that's the idea. Something was wrong here. Run it again. I want you to test it out yourself, doing it this way. There you go. And 2 new lines. Yeah. Instead of 1 2 line, no. So it will create a more space. 2 3 4 whatever. There you go. Run. 1 2 3 4 new lines. Wow, that's a huge space vertically created. Wow, you can see that the gap that it created after running it.